The Panama Canal is a monument to human ingenuity, a 50-mile waterway cut through the heart of Central America. For over a century, it has been a crucial artery of global commerce, linking the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans and enabling the movement of goods, ships, and dreams. Its influence on global trade is undeniable, reducing shipping times and costs and transforming international commerce. From modest beginnings, the Panama Canal rose to symbolize human ambition and became a cornerstone of the globalized world. The canal's construction was an epic saga, marked by engineering marvels and human determination. Its completion in 1914 ushered in a new era of maritime trade, forever changing global shipping routes. The United States, crucial in the canal's creation, played a key role in its early years, managing its operation and benefiting from its strategic location. The canal's importance went beyond economics. It became a symbol of American power and influence, showcasing its engineering prowess and global reach. For decades, the Panama Canal was unrivaled, a dominant force in global shipping. Its locks, an engineering marvel, lifted and lowered ships across the continental divide, enabling the passage of millions of tons of cargo each year. The canal's impact on global trade was significant, opening new markets, connecting distant parts of the world, and driving global economic growth. Its presence reshaped shipping routes, influenced the growth of cities and industries, and left a lasting mark on the geopolitical landscape. However, the world is ever-changing, and the Panama Canal, once an unchallenged giant, now faces new challenges and rising competition. As global trade patterns evolve and new players emerge, the canal's dominance is being tested like never before. A new rival, bold and ambitious, has appeared on the horizon, threatening to reshape global trade and challenge the Panama Canal's century-long reign. Despite its storied history, the Panama Canal faces numerous challenges. The canal's infrastructure, built over a century ago, is struggling to meet the demands of contemporary shipping. The once state-of-the-art locks are now aging, necessitating constant maintenance and upgrades to accommodate the growing size of cargo ships. The expansion project, completed in 2016, addressed some issues but came with a significant cost and raised questions about its long-term sustainability. Water scarcity, worsened by climate change, is a major threat to the canal's operations. The canal depends on fresh water from Gatun Lake, which has seen declining levels due to droughts and increased demand from a growing population. This has led to restrictions on ship drafts, limiting cargo capacity, and raising concerns about the canal's future reliability. The Panama Canal Authority has implemented water-saving measures, but the long-term sustainability of this crucial waterway remains in question. Geopolitical tensions and rising protectionist policies also cloud the canal's future. The United States, once the canal's neutral guarantor, has become more inward-focused in recent years, raising doubts about its commitment to keeping the canal open. China's increasing influence in the region, especially its investments in Panama's port facilities and infrastructure, has also raised concerns, with some seeing it as a potential challenge to U.S. interests. As the Panama Canal contends with these issues, a new competitor is emerging. Mexico, with its ambitious Inter-Oceanic Corridor project, aims to challenge the Panama Canal's dominance and reshape global trade routes. This project, rooted in history and driven by a vision of Mexican strength, has the potential to disrupt the current order and usher in a new era of maritime competition. Across the Gulf of Mexico, a new contender is rising to challenge the Panama Canal's supremacy and redefine global trade routes: Mexico. Aiming to become a major logistics hub, Mexico has launched an ambitious initiative to create an interoceanic corridor, a 200-mile-long network of railways and highways linking the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. If successful, this grand project could revolutionize Mexico's economy and establish it as a pivotal player in the global shipping industry. The Interoceanic Corridor, designed as a multimodal transportation route, aims to transport cargo more efficiently and cost-effectively than ever before. By integrating rail, road, and potentially pipelines, the corridor promises a faster and more versatile alternative to the Panama Canal. Its strategic position, cutting across the narrowest part of Mexico's Isthmus of Tehuantepec, offers a shorter route for ships traveling between Asia and the east coast of the United States, potentially reducing transit times by several days. This ambitious endeavor is not just about infrastructure. It's about national pride and Mexico's aspiration to reclaim its place on the global stage. The Interoceanic Corridor is envisioned as a catalyst for economic development in Mexico's underdeveloped south, creating jobs and attracting foreign investment. It's a bold declaration that Mexico is ready to compete globally and challenge the existing trade order. However, the Interoceanic Corridor faces its share of critics. Some question its economic feasibility, citing the enormous investment required and the difficulty of attracting enough cargo traffic to ensure profitability. Others are concerned about the potential environmental impact of such a large-scale infrastructure project, especially in a region known for its biodiversity and fragile ecosystems. Section 4. The Interoceanic Corridor, Unveiled. A Vision of Mexican Might. At the core of Mexico's Interoceanic Corridor is a bold initiative to modernize and expand its infrastructure. This includes the construction of new railways and highways. The project focuses on upgrading the existing railway line that links the ports of Coatzacoalcos on the Gulf of Mexico and Salina Cruz on the Pacific coast. The revamped railway will handle double-stacked cargo containers, greatly boosting its capacity and efficiency. Alongside the railway, a new highway will be built, offering an alternative route for cargo trucks and enhancing the corridor's connectivity. This dual infrastructure approach aims to provide flexibility and redundancy, ensuring a smooth flow of goods even during disruptions or spikes in demand. The Mexican government is also considering the integration of pipelines into the corridor to facilitate the transportation of oil and gas, further diversifying its capabilities. Beyond infrastructure, the Interoceanic Corridor represents a broader vision for economic development. The Mexican government plans to establish 10 industrial parks along the corridor, creating specialized zones for manufacturing, logistics, and other industries. These parks are designed to attract foreign investment, generate jobs, and stimulate regional economic growth. The government is offering tax incentives and other benefits to companies that set up operations in these zones, aiming to draw businesses away from established manufacturing hubs in Asia. The success of the Interoceanic Corridor depends on Mexico's ability to attract enough cargo traffic to make it a viable alternative to the Panama Canal. This will require convincing shipping companies to reroute their vessels, which will necessitate competitive pricing, efficient operations, and a strong track record of reliability. Mexico's ability to deliver on these fronts will determine whether the Interoceanic Corridor realizes its potential or becomes another ambitious infrastructure project that falls short of its lofty goals. Section 5. Echoes of the Past. The historical roots of Mexico's ambitions. Mexico's quest for an interoceanic corridor is not a recent development. It's a narrative deeply woven into the nation's history and its enduring dreams of economic sovereignty. As far back as the 16th century, Spanish conquistadors identified the strategic value of the Isthmus of Tehuantepec, imagining a canal that could rival the future Panama Canal. Although those early visions were never brought to life, the aspiration to leverage the isthmus's strategic position endured. In the 19th century, Mexican President Porfirio Diaz, keen on modernizing the nation and attracting foreign capital, granted concessions to international companies to build a railway across the Isthmus of Tehuantepec. The Tehuantepec National Railway, completed in 1907, created a crucial trade link between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, though on a smaller scale than the Panama Canal, which opened shortly after. The railway, while initially successful, eventually fell into neglect and couldn't compete with the Panama Canal's larger locks and greater capacity. The echoes of these historical efforts are evident in Mexico's current drive for the Interoceanic Corridor. It's a tale of unrealized potential, missed chances, and a persistent ambition to reclaim a lost legacy. The present project is viewed by many in Mexico as an opportunity to correct past mistakes, to finally unlock the country's potential as a global logistics hub, and to assert its economic independence on the international stage. However, the shadows of past failures also serve as a warning. The Interoceanic Corridor faces many of the same obstacles that hindered previous attempts to create a viable alternative to the Panama Canal. Overcoming these obstacles will require more than just ambition and political resolve. It will necessitate meticulous planning, efficient execution, and a steadfast commitment to transparency and accountability.